Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on my first pre-loved luxury handbag purchase from eBay. Ooh, okay, that took a lot out of me. So this is the guy that I purchased, and yeah, I'm super duper excited for him or for her, I don't know, gender neutral, for the bag. I'm super excited for the bag. I did clean it up quite a bit, and I'll kind of go over that as I go through the video. I have already filmed this, but my cat literally, like whenever she sees me filming, she'll jump all over me and jump on the table and shake where my camera is and just rip up paper. But if I'm not filming, she'll just leave me alone. So it's just, I'm sorry. She's back on the table and she's staring at me right now. So if it begins to move, I'm really sorry. Okay, anyway, so I bought this bag off eBay. I purchased it probably about 2 weeks ago, and I've had it for about a week. I haven't had a single chance to wear it because in Vancouver it's been pouring rain every day. So I haven't been able to sort of go out and wear it and can't do sort of a review for you on that. But I thought that this would be a really awesome video for anyone that's a first-time purchaser, looking to buy a bag from eBay or just getting into the pre-loved market, because this was my first purchase, and believe me, I was hesitant and there were definitely pros and cons. So I hope this video will help you out. Here comes my cat. Okay, she's sitting. Let's hope she just sits and doesn't move. Okay, so the first pro when you're looking at eBay is definitely there's going to be a ton of different sellers that will have your bag available, and there's going to be tons of different bags that you can sort of search through, so you can sort of set your parameters and your standards of what you're looking for when you go and you buy a bag. There's just a ton of varieties as opposed to a lot of the online sites. Yuki's Closet typically has like a big variety, and then Fashion File also does, and Real, but I find that eBay just has a big selection. So when I was buying this bag, I went through like, I don't even know, 5 or 6 different sellers. I was kind of going in between. So that's pro number one. Pro number two is that the price is going to be a lot more affordable, I find, but I'm also based in Canada, so it might be a little bit different if you're based in the US. But I find like Fashion File's overpriced for me by the time you convert it. And Yuki's Closet the same, Real the same. Here in Canada we have Modacell, which I'll link down below. They're Canadian, they have a Vancouver store. They often have sales, but they didn't actually have this bag available. There's also Luxor & Co., which I just made a purchase from, so you'll be seeing another video of a pre-loved item soon. Luxor & Co., but again, they were more expensive, and there's also Love That Bag, but really eBay, I find the prices are going to be the best when you convert it. So those are my pros. My cons, she just jumped off the table, okay. The cons for going through eBay. Authenticity, that's the number one thing. Like, is your bag going to be authentic? So what I did when I was looking at this bag is, honestly, I did a ton of research. So the purse forum is awesome. You can even get things authenticated there. So I went through the purse forum. I went to Lollipop because they show you how to authenticate bags. I looked up different YouTube videos on this bag. So heyyyjune, this was her first pre-loved purchase. So I looked at her video. I looked at Charmaine Dulak, I believe that's her name. She had just purchased this bag from the same, actually I went through the seller that she used. And then Kimchella also. So I looked up a lot of pre-loved Louis Vuitton backpack purchases of this backpack, also of the PM and the GM too. So I looked at a lot of theirs. I compared replica versus real ones. So I counted like the number of stitches that went across. I counted sort of the design, like the LV kind of print there. I counted the number that went across. I researched the date codes. I did so much research. Even like the writing, like this writing here on the back, I looked at that and sort of how to tell fake writing versus real writing. So I did my research, went on purse forum, and then when I was feeling pretty confident about the bag before I purchased it, I also went to a third-party authenticator. So I went to Authenticate first. It was $10 US. They say their turnaround could be around 3 days. It took 24 hours. They sent it back, said, yeah, the bag is real, and then I purchased it. So authenticating was my first, like, that was the biggest sort of con to buying off eBay, I would say. I was very hesitant because I didn't know if it would be fake. Because this bag is discontinued, and that's why I actually had to buy it on the pre-love market. They no longer make this bag. I think it was discontinued in 2007. I don't think there's a lot of fakes of this particular style out. A lot of the super fakes that you're seeing now, like for Chanel, are on recent sort of bags. So I was lucky in that sense. But yeah, so that's the first sort of con. The second con is additional charges, so duties and customs. I paid $3.99 US for this, so when you converted it, it was 523, I think, Canadian for it. So our dollar's just so weak. So when I actually went to pick this guy up at the post office, I had another $100 in duties and fees, duties and customs I had to pay. So that sucked. It came to like 620, but still, I mean, Luxor & Co. lists this guy, their retail as being about 1,800 Canadian. That's like what I believe what it sold for when it was in store at Louis Vuitton. So the fact that it's in such great condition and, you know, it's a beautiful bag, paying $600 for it, I felt okay with that. But just note there might be additional fees. And then the last con from buying from eBay is, even though you may see 20 different pictures of the bag and you can ask for additional pictures and you've looked at everything, there might be something that's kind of hidden. For example, the seller said that there was no smell to this bag, which there's not a cigarette or a smoke type of smell, which I read horror stories about. But it does have like a vintagey kind of old sort of smell to it. Like it's just been sitting there for 10 years, which it probably has. But that's the kind of smell. But I feel like with over time of taking it out, and I also put like fabric, like a fabric softener sheet inside, the smells decreased quite a bit. So just note that there might be like a hidden little surprise. Oh, there was another little thing. So on the canvas here, you can see that it kind of has a discoloration there. They didn't actually list that on the site, but that's fine. You can barely notice it. But yeah, that's my bag. So those are my pros and cons. So with regards to actually this bag, I'll tell you the different sort of standards I was looking for in case you're looking for this bag, or in case you're looking for like a Louis Vuitton, like a monogram with canvas, like a monogram canvas with leather sort of trim. So number one, I didn't want any of the canvas to be cracked, because once the canvas is cracked, I feel like you're kind of out of luck. Whoops, sorry, at that point. So none of the canvas is cracked. It's in really, really great condition. There are creases because it was probably like sitting around and how it was shipped as well. But the canvas is perfect. The second thing was I didn't want any visible, like really visible watermarks on the leather. So you can see like it's in pretty nice condition. You can see no real visible watermarks. And then the third thing was that I didn't want any of the leather to be cracked. A lot of the times the handles and the straps, the leather was cracked. You can see that this is pretty perfect. And even there, and then like, if I were to like show you like the sides and stuff, like you can see a little bit of staining there, but that's more the bottom. Like none of the actual corners are scuffed and none of the leather is rubbed off. And the same with the top part here. Like even if I show you the leather up where the tie is, like it's in pretty good condition. It's not cracked or bad, like it doesn't need to be replaced. So those were my sort of three conditions, and I went through so many bags, and a lot of them had a lot of the scuffing here. Now, what I had to compromise with was the bottom of the bag. So as you can see, the bottom of the bag has a pretty big watermark there. It was worse when I first got the bag, and this part here is from my self-conditioning, and I rubbed it too hard with the magic eraser. But so there's a watermark there, and then there's a watermark there. So the bottom of the bag has definitely seen some damage, and I think that that's probably why the person just stopped using it. Like they got watermarks there, and then they just stopped, because everything else is in really, really good condition. So you have to learn what you're gonna set your standards to and what you're absolutely gonna stay with, and things that you will actually compromise with. So when I wear this bag, you can't actually see the bottom of the bag, right? So no one's actually gonna see this unless they turn it upside down and they actually kind of look for it. Other than that, like, the bag is in really great condition. I did clean it, so I did use, like I said, the magic eraser, and that's why that's like a little bit lighter there, but I can just condition it some more. But I did use a magic eraser along this guy, and I did clean it with baby wipes, and then I did condition it with a leather conditioner. So yeah, all in all, I'm very, very happy with this bag. The main reason why I bought this is for for travel. I think this will be perfect going on the plane. It's not too big, as you can kind of see, like my hand there. It's a good size if you are traveling, or if you have like a day at the amusement park, or you're going shopping and you have a small return, you don't want to carry the bag. This is kind of nice, but it wouldn't work. I don't think it would be functional to use as an actual backpack for school, because you can see the size of it. I mean, it's not huge. It wouldn't fit a laptop. It'll fit an iPad, but it won't fit a laptop in it. And I don't know. It's more of like a smaller backpack, I would say. The GM would be perfect if you're planning to use it for school. But I definitely love it, and I'm super duper excited to use it. Everything about it was really good. Oh, I cleaned this guy with Brasso as well, because the rivets here were really kind of grungy and gross, and Brasso worked perfectly with it. Like I said, I haven't got to use it outside just because it's been raining, so I can't kind of give you a review of how, you know, it is with different things inside of it and ease of accessibility. I have tied this little knot in it, if you can see right here, and that way I never have to undo it. Let's see if I can do it on camera. I just have to pull on, which one is it? I have to pull on one of these, like right there. So I just pull like that, and then it opens up, and so I never have to undo this knot. It's a little trick that I sort of Googled, and there's tons of videos on YouTube that show you how to do this. So yeah, this is my bag. The inside is, I have it stuffed right now because I'm not using it. Oh, I should also say how they shipped it. They shipped it really well. So they shipped it with this inside, and then they had it actually wrapped up, and the box was huge, and it had, this guy came in like a little like plasticky type of bag too. So it was very protected. But the inside, there's my little wipe, or not my wipe, my fabric softener sheet. But the inside was in really, really good condition. It has a little pocket here on the back and a little D-ring, and that's where you're gonna find the code. And like I said, this bag was made in 1999. So this bag is fairly old. It's like 18 years old, which is phenomenal, the condition that it's in. So anyway, I hope this video helped. If you're really considering to purchase something on eBay, but you're feeling a little bit hesitant because you've never bought anything off there, and you just, you know, maybe you worry about the seller and whatever. Oh, did I mention that as well? I also purchased from a seller that had really positive ratings, and I'll link them down below. But anyway, that's my bag. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. You can also search up heyyyjune and Kimchella, because they've done a ton of pre-loved purchases. So they're just like a wealth of information. But anyway, I will probably see you guys soon, because like I said, I purchased another pre-loved item. But thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.